Hi there, welcome to Shopcast number 45. This one is all about bonbons. And these are bonbons. You may have seen this fantastic glass jar of feltable, woolly wonderfulness in the shop. We've had it here for a number of months now. These are little tiny bits of roving. They range between 3 and 5 or 6 grams each. They're $1.25 each, and they come from Kirsten at Two Sisters Stringworks, which used to be called Yummy Yarns. And what they are is when she makes braids of fiber, sometimes she will just have a little bit of an end left over. So if she's trying to dye a 100-gram skein and it's 105 grams, she might pull off the end and then you get a bonbon. So these are cool for doing things like needle felting projects, if you're making animals, or if you're doing wet felting and making flowers, or if you're doing nuno felting, which is where you're felting on top of silk and then matting a sandwich together of wool and silk and fibers and getting them wet and soapy, and you make really fascinating scarves because the wool shrinks and the silk doesn't, and you can get pleats and ruffles and things. They're fantastic. What I'm going to be doing is making something like these, but out of handspun. So I really like the colors that Nora gives. Let's see if I can get you the shot on the inside. There you go. So all sorts of interesting color transitions. So from blues and pinks and grays, and then all of a sudden there'll be something crazy bright. And there's also usually something a little bit on the duller side, so the color combinations always make things pop. I wanted to make something for myself out of the cool bonbons, so I'm going to tilt that way, and you can see my color combination. So teal, red, purpley, greeny, more greeny, turquoise, and then suddenly the bright, shocking orange and gray, and a little bit of yellow to tone it down right at the end. So my plan, you can see I've got 2 balls of each, 2 little bonbons. Is I'm actually going to be spinning them, probably on my drop spindle because it's faster and I like it and I miss it and I haven't done it in a while. And what I'll do is I'll start here, probably with about half that gray, and I'm going to spin all down one side, and then I'll take that off my drop spindle, make another one of all the other ones, and then I will ply them together. So if you look at Noro, you'll see there's sort of a solid section, and then there's a barbel pole section as it transitions nicely into the next, and then that barbel poles as it transitions into the next, and so on. So I'm going to be creating that on my drop spindle, and you can learn how to do this too. We don't have any drop spindle classes currently scheduled because we're waiting for people to get on a wait list. So if you're interested in learning how to work a drop spindle and do that with fiber and make your own fantastic yarns, it's taught by our wonderful instructor Lisa. She's very passionate about spinning, and all you need to do is call, drop by, or email the shop, and we will put you on our interest list. And when we have enough people together, we'll actually schedule a class, and then you will learn how to play with the beautiful drop spindles and make your own yarn. It'll be fantastic. I will see if I can get this done in the next week or two to show you my final result. I've got 11, 2, 4, 6, 9. I've got 9 balls. So it's coming out roughly in the area of slightly over 1.5 of these, which is good because most hats, when you make it out of Noro, you need more than 1 ball, but just by a little bit. So this will hopefully give me enough to make myself a full hat. I haven't quite decided on what it's going to look like yet. It might actually be a hood. I have a hood pattern that's kind of percolating, and I'm almost ready to publish it after I get some test knitters, after I finish playing with the design. So maybe it'll be a hood, it might be something else, it might be fantastic, who knows. But I'll have something to show you in a week or two. Other news, our silk yarns, we have all of the colors in stock now of the Habu silk. They are glorious. I am in the home stretch on my 2nd t-shirt and getting that pattern written up. One of you has contacted me already about being a test knitter. And the way test knitting works, I don't pay you because I do not make enough money to be paying my test knitters yet, but you'll get access to some of my other patterns for free once you finish testing for me. You provide your own yarn, you make it in your own size, and you give me feedback on how the pattern is. Is it easy to read? Do some of the numbers not add up? Does it not make sense? And depending on how comfortable or interested you are in the whole process, you can choose to test early, where there may still be some mistakes and glitches, or you can be one of the late phase testers after I've had feedback from an initial tier, and then I want to get it really finalized and make sure everyone likes a new smooth version before I go and publish it. So depending on what group you're interested in being in, you can do that. If you don't like knitting but you like editing things and using red pens and marking spelling mistakes and typos, I need you too. So get in touch with me, Christa at christaknits.com, if you're interested in doing that. One more thing about classes, we are looking at offering a children's knitting class during spring break. It'll be in the mornings, probably Monday to Thursday, just before the shop opens each day, and your kids will get to learn how to knit a scarf. If you've been in the shop lately, our sample is hanging up right by the front against the lamp. It's beautiful, it's cotton, it has some funky drop stitches just to make it look a little more interesting, and kids will get all of the yarn and they will get to try some different needles, and it'll be fantastic. So that's another one if you're interested in signing up for, or signing your children up for kids knitting classes. I think they have to be 8 to start, so we usually do like them to be functional on their own in the class. You can call us 604-874-9665, email info@3bagsfull.ca, or drop by the store and you can sign up then. I think that's it. Have a fantastic week, and I will have a fantastic thing to show you hopefully in a week or two. Bye. Take care.